Hello students, welcome back. Today we are going to discuss the next important topic in our research series, that is how to feed your questionnaire in SPSS. So this is Dr. Ram Singh. Let's move ahead. So before starting with SPSS, let's have a look on the window of SPSS and we try to understand function of each and every tab in this window. So let's start with that. In SPSS, you can see this is the SPSS window, and over here we are having the two types of views, that is variable view and data view. So in data view we feed the data, right? First of all, we have to define our variable in variable view. This is our variable view, right? From here you can see it's a file tab. Under file tab we are having a new file option of opening existing file, open database, right? Then we can make exit from here. We can have this access to our recently used data or the recently used file, right? So now in variable view, let's try to understand each and every column of this view. First of all, the name is there. Here we define our name of the variable, right? And as in SPSS, we can't define it as a with the whole name of the variable. So we always try to notify it. And for example, if we are taking the responses of consumer behavior, and that we are looking for the factors which affect the motivation of the customer, then I will write M1, CM1, right? So I can write in that way. So this is the name where we define the variable, right? We give the name of the variable. Then this is the type. Under type we are having whether either I am having the numeric variable, either it is a comma, dot, scientific notation, date, dollar, customer currency, string, right? Then this is the width, right? In case of string, right, when we want to feed the name of the respondents, so up to how much string it should take, right? So it defines the width of your string or the variable over here. Then decimal, unlike Excel, here also we are having the option to define the decimal up to what place of the decimal you want to have in your data. Then label, yes, what I was defining over there, you define here by the just a notification. You give the name just by the symbol of the variable, and we define that variable in the label column, right? Then values, yes, we define the various coding over here. We will see just after this that how we define the value. Then here we define the missing values. I will discuss this in an upcoming lecture, that how to treat with missing values in SPSS. Then here columns. Then right alignment is there. Either you want to put your data in left align, right align, center align. Then measures. So what the scale we have discussed, the same scales here given over here. Either scale means by scale we mean that either data is in interval scale or it is a ratio scale, it comes under your scale. While in ordinary and nominal scale we all know. Then roll input, so leave it, it is of no use at this point of time. So let's see, this is all about that how SPSS window is there and what are the various parts. So we can see that variable view and data view, and first of all we will work on this variable view. Now I am coming to my questionnaire. This is my questionnaire on the reality of gender discrimination among youngsters, right? So you can see this is my questionnaire, right? Now it consists of two sections, section A and section B. Section A consists of the demographic profile of the respondents, and section B consists of some of the statements that are supposed to respond by the respondent on the scale from where 1 is never, 2 is rarely, 3 is possibly, 4 is probably, and 5th is likely. Now, let's see that how we feed this questionnaire in SPSS. So first of all, we start with demographic profile. The first variable is gender, right? So I will move to SPSS. Right. So here I will type in the variable, that is gender. Numeric, under numeric of course we have coding, two coding, that first means male and second means female. So I will put it numeric, decimal there. Label, I will define it as gender. Now here we have to define the value. So here first means male and second means female. First means male and second means female. We put it over here, we press OK. Then nothing to do with the missing values, columns, alignment. Yes, measure. So again it is nominal. I have already discussed that this kind of responses are measured on nominal. They are mutually exclusive. They don't depend on each other, right? So here the gender is nominal. So this is how we make our first entry. Now coming to the second part of second question of our questionnaire, that is age. So again I will put this over here, age. Again it will be numeric, right? Now label, under label we will define this. Now here we have to define the values, that is coding, that what codes we have assigned to the responses. So here we can see we can assign first is less than 25, second is 25 to 35, third is 35 to 45, then fourth is more than 45, right? So we can put this data in the value column. Let's see, first is less than 25. So I will put, that is first means less than 25, and I will press add. Second means 25 to 35. So I will press 25 to 35, add. Third is 35 to 45, add. Fourth is more than 45, add, and I will press OK. Now values are, you can see values are over there. Again it is nominal, as they are mutually exclusive, right? A person who lies in the particular one slab will not lie in the another slab, A slab, right? So we put it as nominal scale, and this is our second entry. Similarly, coming on the next one, that is education. So again I will make the entry education. Again it will be numeric, education. Now here again we have to define the classes or the values. That is, first means what values I have assigned, graduate. First is graduate, add. Second is, we can see on second number it is PG, right? Then on third it is diploma, right? And in fourth it is professional, right? And fifth is others, right? All right. So this is how we define various demographic variable in SPSS. Another is occupation. So similarly, You can put the data for occupation by coding it as first as self-employed, second is government employed, third is student, fourth is private, and fifth is retired and not employed, sixth is not employed. You can make code. You can assign code first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth, and you can put this coding in the value column as we have discussed. Similarly, for marital status, you can have first, second, or either you can also add on divorced, right, or widow. You can also add this marital status over here. Then annual income, similarly the slabs can be defined as we are defining in age. Similarly, we can define the slab of annual income over here, from here to the value column. So it is your assignment, or you can say it is your task to define other variable by your own. So I suppose that you get the idea about how to define your demographic variable. Now coming on section B, that consists of the scales. Now here what I was discussing with you, that we have to assign certain you can say certain code to these statements, right? So let's say I assigned it as gender discrimination, so I assign it as G1, G2, G3, G4, G5, G6, G7, right? They all are having the impact of gender on career. So let's say that I have defined this as G1, G2, G3, G4, G5, G6, G7. Now basically and G8, right? Another is gender discrimination by other, so I will put at GO, gender by other, so I can put it as GO1. What other thing about gender discrimination? So I put at GO, or you can either put any way, whatever suitable to you. You can put it as GD1 also, gender discrimination by self, GDS, you can put it like this, right? That is gender discrimination by self. So this is the first statement, and this is the sixth statement of gender discrimination. Now this is gender discrimination by others, so we can put it as GDO, right? Then GDO2, then GDO3, then GDO4, then GDO5, then GDO6, GDO7, GDO8, GDO9, GDO10, right? So now I have to record or feed this question on SPSS, all these statements on SPSS, and we have already defined that it will be respondent on the scale, or from 1 to 5, where first is never, second is rarely, third is possibly, fourth is probably, and fifth is likely. So let's see how it can be done. So now first variable is GDS, as it is on interval scale, right? Okay. Now first variable is GDS1. Now see, coming on the SPSS sheet, and I will put it as GDS1. Now it is numeric, of course numeric, and label. Now here I will define the whole statement over here in label. That is, I suppose that it should be from here, right? It should be from here, because this is the title. Yeah, it will be like this, right? Now GDS1. Now what is GDS1? That is gender impact on career success. Gender discrimination by self. The first statement is gender have impact on career success. So I will put this, I will copy it from here and paste it in the label. Just a minute. right, I will put it over here. That is, you can see I have defined that statement over here. Similarly, GDS2, and then I define this statement on in label column, right. Now similarly we can define other variable over here. Now coming on the values, so again we have defined the responses. That is, first means what we have discussed, first means never, that is never, and second response is rarely, and third response is possibly, and fourth is probably, and fifth is likely. Right. I will press OK. Now this is various values that I have assigned, or the code that I have assigned to the various responses of the respondents. So this is how. So again, GDS2 the same code, coding will be the same. So I can copy from here and I can paste it over here, right? Similarly, we can define all these variables like GDS3, GDS4, GDS7, and I will just make the copy over here and I put it over here, right? And similarly, in the label column, I will put the respective statements. Yes, right. Now over here, coding will be the same, so I can again copy it. Alright, right? So this is how we can feed our questionnaire in SPSS. This is all about the idea. Now, how to feed responses? This is all about feeding the variable. The first step is to define a variable in SPSS. Now, second step is to feed your responses. Now, then we move to the data view. In order to feed our responses, we move to the data view. Yes, and one more point, it is, we have forgotten to, it is nominal and all the responses are on scale, interval scale or ratio. It will be comes under the continuous scale, that is scale. I will define all this as scale. Right. Now coming on data view. So what the variable we have created over here, we can see those variables in data view over here. Gender, age, education, GDS1, GDS2, GDS3, GDS4, 5, GDS6, GDS7, and so on. You can create rest of the variable by your own. Right. Now let's say the first response, I am having the first questionnaire and respondent mark over here. Let's say first respondent say and response is male, it means first. So I will put it as 1. Sorry. Yeah, this here 1, that is male. It is taken by itself, that is male. Then second, let's say respondent lies in the age, first respondent is in the age of 25 to 35, right? So that means second, I will put, it will come under 25 to 36. Then in education, let's say that person is having professional education, that is first, second, third and fourth, that is fourth one. I will press 4, alright. Then similarly we can have other option and we can put those option over there. Whatever the responses of the respondents is here, we will put it accordingly in our data sheet. Now coming on this, let's say in first statement respondent 1 marks on this one, that is first, second, third, fourth one, that is probably, right? So I will put it 4. Let's say next one is marked on 5, 5, 5, 4. So this is how we make the entry of case 1 or the first respondent. Similarly, we can make the entries of another respondents. So this is all about that how you can feed your questionnaire in SPSS. So please try to enter your own questionnaire in SPSS by following these steps, and if you are having any doubt, please comment me. Okay, so please like, share, subscribe my channel. Have a great day ahead. In upcoming lecture, we will discuss more about the analysis on SPSS, that is descriptive statistics. So thank you students. Have a great day.